It's only a game. Why you have to be mad?
What is up, heroes of Dominion? My name is Charlie. This is Hero Wars Central, and in this video, I want to talk about the most efficient, the best, how you should be leveling your teams, both on Hero Wars Mobile and Hero Wars Facebook and web. Yes, this video will apply to all versions of this game. I'm constantly getting asked questions like this one from Steve. Says, hey, my main team is Astaroth, Yasmin, Celeste, Kira, Martha, Oliver. This is a Facebook and web question here. Is it good? Well, Steve, I'm here to tell you that, yeah, it's great. It's just fine. Yeah, this is just fine. Now, unfortunately, you will need more. And then we have to have this humongous conversation about what heroes that you need to level with that specific, that team in particular, right? Because that team has weaknesses, that team has strengths, and you need to know what ancillary heroes that you need to level up along with that main team in order to be effective in as much of the game as possible. So in this video, I want to accomplish a couple of things. First of all, I want to discuss why you choose the heroes that you choose for your team. Okay, and there are actually 3 great reasons why. The second thing is I want to discuss how to level those heroes. And then I need to talk to you about ways to decide where the holes in your team is that you need to level up with other heroes. Now, I'm going to be using a lot of Facebook video here as an example, but the same rules are going to apply for you players on Hero Wars Mobile. So to start with, let's talk about the 3 reasons why you'd want to build a team. The first reason, and by far the most common, is you're going to build a team because those are the heroes that you have. Okay, if you're a relatively new player, you haven't been around for a while, you haven't been able to collect hero soul stones for many heroes. Maybe you're missing like half of the heroes that you have available to you. You're going to be wanting to build a team with the heroes that you have. Now, there is a good list of heroes that you can easily get from the very beginning of the game. Celeste, you have to spend $1 or $2 in order to get her from the very beginning. But you know, you get Astaroth, Galahad, you get Thea, a healer, you get a couple of supports, and you know the starting heroes that you get on Hero Wars Mobile are going to vary slightly. I believe that you get Aurora pretty early on Facebook and web, but you have to wait a little bit to get her on mobile. Things are going to be slightly different, but the fact still remains is you're going to start with some kind of team that looks like this. Some kind of team that looks like this. And then you're going to want to drop one of your tanks, level up a couple of other support heroes, and away you go. You start watching YouTube videos, you start talking to people in your guild, you figure out that you really love, I don't know, Daredevil. Maybe you really love Daredevil. Then the first way to build a team is by using the heroes that you have, okay? And that's only going to last you for a little while. Once you make it past that initial phase of playing the game where you decide that you actually enjoy playing this game or not, then you need to start considering to build a team around heroes that you like. All right, maybe you love Daredevil. Build a Daredevil team. There's absolutely nothing wrong with building a team around a hero that you like, because you're going to be looking at this hero, Ishmael or Cornelius. You're going to be looking at this hero for the next 6 months, 9 months, year, the next 5 years. You're going to be using Zhu in your main team or Rufus or what have you. You're going to be using these heroes for a very long time. So find a hero that you like aesthetically, stick with that hero. There's going to be changes to various heroes. We recently got a change to Lilith on Hero Wars Facebook and web. That similar change happened on Hero Wars Mobile back in, I believe, August of 2021. Completely changed what kind of hero she was. And we know that this is possible in the future, that the developers could completely overhaul a hero. So I would prefer to stick with a hero that I like the look of, that I like the story behind, than really focus on the absolute best, because unfortunately, there is no absolute best team. Once you found a team that you like, then you're great. Just keep leveling up those teams, those leveling up that Heidi, leveling up the Ginger that you like. Keep leveling up those heroes and just play the game. Do the campaign, compete in the arena. You're going to have to learn in the arena what works for your team. Am I going to be able to beat Marcello here with my team? I don't know, maybe I can, maybe I can't. The cool thing is the game will provide you a log. And unfortunately, I don't have any fights here, but the game will provide you a log with how your team does. Did you win? Did you lose? Was your defense successful? Was your defense poor? What heroes did no damage on defense? So you can start to figure out different ways to find the gaps, okay? Maybe Gene Arcadio here, maybe this player just keeps beating me while I'm on defense. So I need to look at this fight and find out why I keep losing to this team, why this team keeps beating me. And you can, like I said, you can take a look at it on the log here. I can take a look here. See, I lost, and I can see that Galahad did a ton of damage, so I need to slow down the enemy Galahad. Which heroes took the most damage? My Astaroth, which is correct. My tank should be taking the most damage. The enemy Astaroth took more damage, which is, about the same. So you can start looking at these numbers, and then over time, you can find where the holes are in your team that you like, that you really like. But to kind of come back to this comment from Steve here, is my main team here Astaroth, Yasmin, Celeste, Kira, Martha, Oliver? Is it good? The blanket answer to this question is yes. If you enjoy these heroes, or if these are the only heroes that you have, in both cases, the answer is yes, this team is good. You have a tank, you have damage dealers, you have 2 here, Yasmin and Kira. You have some support heroes, and you have some healers, Celeste and Martha. You might want to consider dropping one of the damage dealers for a different kind of support. You may want to consider dropping one of the 2 healers for a different kind of support. The kinds of heroes that you would want to add to a lineup like this would be maybe Anvari to counter enemy Kark teams. Maybe on Facebook and web, you want to add in Isaac to counter enemy Auroras. Maybe you want to add in Sebastian to counter enemy Twins. Maybe you want to add in Helios to counter enemy critical hit teams, enemy Yasmins, enemy Daredevils, enemy Artemises. But this team is perfectly fine. This team is fantastic, in fact. It's going to do you well. It's going to find great success in every activity in the game up to probably like the last 10 to 15%, the highest end of competitive play in the arena, in the campaign, in the grand arena, in Guild Wars, and in the global championships on Hero Wars Mobile. This team is going to be just fine. All right. So the third reason that you would build a team, the third way that you could build a team would be like, hey, Guild, what do I need? What do I need, Guild? What do I need? And you might not be able to know that exactly. Maybe your guild doesn't quite know what teams that you should build and you shouldn't build. Well, if they don't know, and they don't, or maybe they don't have any input. Maybe they're just telling you to level what teams you want, just like I am, but you still want to be the most helpful to your team as possible. Well, I got a team for you. If you want to be the absolute most beneficial to your team on Hero Wars Facebook, then this is the team that you need to level. Absolutely, without a doubt, this right here is the team you need to level. This is the absolute best team that you should build. If you have no idea what team to build, this is the team to build. But this is not enough because you need a tank. All right, you need a tank. I would recommend Astaroth. Cleaver would work. Aurora, Galahad, Shaba, Luther, all of those are just fine. All of those are just fine. But these 5 heroes are what you need to be competitive in the guild raid fights, which is the end game player versus environment activity where you fight Osh here, where you fight the boss of the guild raid system on the weekends. Okay, that team does the absolute best. All of these heroes can be easily had, getting soul stones at the end of the month, buying stuff from Guild Wars, buying stuff from the crossover tournament, the Elements Merchant. This is the team you need to go for. Add a tank, you're good. However, it does not stop there. Okay, this is not the end-all, be-all, most efficient team for Hero Wars Facebook and web. And mobile players, I'm going to get to you in just a second. I've got a great team idea for you as well. But if you have made it this far in the video, please consider leaving a like. I'm hoping to be educational, at least a little informative. It only takes a couple of seconds. It really helps out the YouTube algorithm. That's all I'm going to say about that. So from here, you have 3 clear support heroes in this lineup. You have Isaac, Nebula, and Sebastian. All 3 of these heroes are clear support heroes. You have a damage dealer in Ju and a healer in Martha. Drop one of these 3 supports. I would probably recommend Sebastian, and I'll tell you why in just a second. Drop Sebastian, add a tank. I'm plugging Astaroth in here just as an example, okay? Boom. This is a great team. This is going to get you through most of the campaign. This is going to get you through most of the arena. This is going to do just fine in Guild Wars. This is fine. This is a great team right here. Now, you might need Sebastian against certain lineups. Maybe you need Sebastian and Isaac against those lineups. Well, you are leveling up Sebastian for that main LOL Osh killing team. So plug in Sebastian. You have these 3 here. Maybe you don't need Isaac, but you need Nebula for that extra damage. Plug in Sebastian. There you go. There's your lineup. So you have a collection of 6, 7 heroes that are going to do just about everything you need in this game. Maybe Ju isn't the right damage dealer for most situations. Maybe you need a new damage dealer. Maybe you need a magic damage dealer. Maybe your enemy is using a lot of Auroras or something like that. You can drop Ju for Iris. There you go. Again, these aren't the absolute best teams, and this isn't going to work against everybody, but this is just some of the small number of heroes that you can kind of level up in order to be effective. Now, the main key with this in Hero Wars Facebook and web is pets, okay? Work on your main team, but pets are important. Get all of your pets to Violet. so that you can patronage them and the heroes can gain the skill benefit from them. That's really the main key for Hero Wars Facebook and Web, is having enough pet variety to go around. Taking a look at Hero Wars Mobile, we have this chart by Adam Rocco. Talked about this chart a couple of times. This is the current best damage against each of the legendary Hydra heads: Darkness, Water, Earth, Light, Wind, Fire. If your guild has no input on what team that you should level on Hero Wars Mobile, then I would just pick one of these. I would just pick one of these lineups. Pick the top darkness clearing lineup: Rufus, Ju, Mojo, Zisha, Martha. Maybe use the top earth clearing lineup. All right. I probably wouldn't do that. I would probably find one that has the tank, damage dealer, and healer combo. For example, the water team here: Astaroth, Elmir, Sebastian, Daredevil, Dorian. You have an Astaroth tank, you have a Daredevil, Elmir, Sebastian damage dealing core here, and you have Dorian healer. Great team. Fantastic team. Completely fine team in so much of this game. You're going to enjoy it. If you love Elmir, level this team up. Maybe you love, I don't know, Fox. Level this team up instead. Well, again, that's a bad example because there's no tank there. Build a team based on the heroes that you have, and whenever you find heroes that you really love, build a team around the heroes that you really love. If you want to build a team that's really going to help your guild out long term, then build one of these teams. Either one of the Hydra head killing teams, or if you're on Facebook and Web, build the team that's going to be good against Osh. It's that simple, guys. No need to overthink it beyond that. Part 2 of this video is coming very soon. I love you all. Good luck in Dominion.